Once again, I welcome you all to the chemistry class. A very great morning to you all. Hope that you have watched the video related to the last class. In that video, you have seen that, or you have watched out there. What you have watched out there means how we can calculate and measure the certain quantities in the chemistry, certain properties of matter, how you can measure. That all you have seen in the last class video. For example, how you can measure the mass, weight, volume, and which type of instruments are used to measure that all you have seen in the last class. Then coming to today's class also will be very interesting. Today's class we are going to deal with how you can measure the temperature and how you can measure the density, then which type of special calculations are used in chemistry, and how you will measure all those, what techniques we will apply to measure that all we are going to watch in today's class video. So let us start today's class with how we can calculate the temperature. So what is temperature andre? The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called as temperature. So what is temperature? The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called as what it is called as a temperature. This temperature of any body, the temperature of any body can be measured with the help of three scales. So the temperature of body can be measured with the help of three scales. The first scale is called as Celsius scale. The second scale is called Fahrenheit scale. And the third type of scale is called as a Kelvin scale. What is the third scale is called as a Kelvin scale. So with the help of these three scales, we can measure the hotness of a body or coldness of a body. How much temperature is there for that body, whether it is having hot temperature or cold temperature, that all we can measure with the help of these thermometers, which are having the scales in three types: Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So let us see detailedly how we can measure the temperature with the help of these three type of different thermometers and what are their readings, that all we will see here. First, let us move to the Celsius scale. In Celsius scale, you can able to see that there are certain readings which will start from 0 degree centigrade and it will with 100 degree centigrade. What is this 0 degree centigrade and 100 degree centigrade andre? These are the temperatures of water freezing point to boiling point. The freezing point of water is taken as a low temperature in the Celsius scale and the boiling point of water is taken as a highest reading in the Celsius scale. So the Celsius is calibrated from 0 degree centigrade to 100 degree centigrade or 0 Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. Okay, then coming to the Fahrenheit scale, the Fahrenheit thermometer, the scale is calibrated from the low reading 32 degree F, so 32 degree Fahrenheit, okay, to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So the Fahrenheit scale is calibrated with the lowest value of 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So coming to the Kelvin scale of temperature, Kelvin is the SI unit, standard international unit of temperature, that you have seen in the last class. Then in the Kelvin scale of thermometer, the lowest reading is 273 and the highest reading is 373 Kelvin. When we are telling about the Kelvin temperature, you not use the word degree. For Celsius scale, we will use degree Celsius. For Fahrenheit also, we will use degree Fahrenheit now. But for Kelvin scale, you should not use degree, you should not use just Kelvin, 273 Kelvin, 373 Kelvin. Like that, we will tell the temperature reading. Is it okay? Then you can able to see that the difference between the low Celsius scale, in the Celsius scale, the lowest reading and the highest reading difference is 0 to 100 is. So 100 degrees are there in the Celsius scale. Coming to the Fahrenheit, between 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit, you can able to see the difference is equal to 180 difference will be there in the Fahrenheit scale. Similarly, you can able to see in the Kelvin scale of temperature, 273 to 373 Kelvin is there. So here also the difference is there. What is that? 100 degree is there. Okay, 100 degree you should not tell, 100 Kelvin difference is there. So when we are measuring the unit in Kelvin, we will denote the letter K. When we are telling about in Celsius, we will tell degree Celsius, and when we are telling in the Fahrenheit, we will tell it as a degree Fahrenheit. Like that, the scales of temperature are used to measure the temperature. For example, what is room temperature? So what is the room temperature? Suppose if you measure the room temperature with the help of thermometer, which is in Celsius, then you can able to see this 27 degree. So assume that this is equal to what? It is equal to room temperature. You assume that that is equal to room temperature ankondiದ್ರೆ. Suppose if you think that that is equal to room temperature, then you can able to see that in Celsius scale it is equal to what? It is equal to 20 degrees Celsius, okay, 25 degrees Celsius, 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Then in the Fahrenheit, that is equal to what? It is equal to 77 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, normally what will happen andre, when there is more rise in temperature in your body, suppose more temperature is there in your body, you are feeling your body has been heated up, more hotness is there in your body, you thought means then what else? I was suffering with fever, you will tell. So to measure that temperature, the doctor will use us. What he will use us? Thermometer he will use us. No, at that time he will tell that this much Fahrenheit temperature is there. How much temperature is there in your body is also calculated with the help of these thermometers. Okay, normally the body temperature of human beings is how much? It is the 37 degrees Celsius. Human body temperature is how much? It is 37 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit it is equal to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So if that temperature of our body is more than 37 degrees Celsius, then we will say that what you will say that you are suffering from the fever. Okay, your body temperature is that. Like that, the temperature of any body can be measured with the help of that instruments called as a thermometers, which are calibrated in 3 scales, that is degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit and degree Kelvin. You should not use at all. So you have to use only Kelvin. Okay, that's about the measurement of the temperature, one important property of substances according to our chemistry. Then let us move to the next topic called as a density. What is density? What is that, Andre? I will show one example. Here I have taken two type of bowls for you. One bowl is having cotton and bowl consists of some powder packet. Okay, so powder box is there. So both are having same weight. This is also equal to 100 gram. This is also equal to 100 gram. Okay, both are having the equal weight. But what we will tell, Andre, the density of this powder box, okay, is more compared to that of cotton. This powder box is more compared to that of this cotton. What is the starting? I thought they are having the same weight, but now I am telling that the density of this is more compared to density of this cotton. What is the reason behind that? What is that density? How you will calculate the density? What is the formula for the density? Let us see here. Okay, see here density. Density is denoted by the letter D. Density of a substance is nothing but mass of that substance. Mass present per unit volume of the substance is called as what? It is called as a density. So what is meant by density? Mass present per unit volume of a substance is called as a density. It is given by the formula D equal to M by V. D stands for density, M stands for mass of the substance, and V stands for unit volume or volume, simply volume. So if you calculate the mass of the substance by volume of the substance, then you can measure one more property of matter called as a density. In the last video, seen that how you can measure the mass with the help of analytical balance, weighing balance we have seen, and volume is also measured with the help of a formula according to your mathematics, that is length into breadth into height you have seen. Otherwise, volume of the liquids can be measured with the help of measuring jars like a burette pipette, and also with the help of measuring liters, your milk, that all I have told in the last classes, no? So if you substitute the mass of the substance by volume of the substance, then you can get what? You can get density of the substance you can get. Let us see what are the units of that density. SI unit of density will standard international unit of density, we will see that. So when you are calculating the standard international unit of the density, you have to see that standard international unit of mass by standard international unit of volume. Okay, then you can able to see that density units D is equal to SI unit of mass. Mass is measured in what it was measured in according to the SI system, kg, kilogram, and then volume is measured in meter cube. because volume given by the formula into B into H, length into breadth into height. Length is measured in meter, breadth is also measured in meter, height is also measured in meter. So kg per meter cube are the units of density in the SI system. So according to the SI system, what are its units? Kg per meter cube. Otherwise, if you take in further subunits, it can be also written as what density, what it can be written as gram per cube. Okay, gram per centimeter cube are also subunits of this. Kg subunits are gram and meter subunits are centimeter. So you can also write the density units normally as gram per centimeter cube. Gram per centimeter cube, kg per meter cube. You can write this also as kg into meter power minus 3. This can be also written as gram into centimeter power minus 3. Like that also you can write the units of the density. So that's about another quantity which we can measure in our chemistry, that is density. What is its formula? Density D equal to mass by volume. And what are its units in standard international system, and what are its units, subunits in the normal CGS system. Like that you can take it as gram per centimeter cube. So that's about the property called as a density and its measurement. Then let us see here. So far you have certain properties of matter like mass, weight, volume, density, temperature. You are measuring that properties. After measuring that property, you will get certain values, no? Especially in the chemistry, we will be dealing with atoms, molecules, etc. For on this, how many atoms are present means there will be so many atoms will be present, and the numerical value will be very, very large will be there. So to calculate that large value, we require what? We require how to express that acquired value in a perfect way. To write that calculated value in a perfect way in our chemistry, normally in the science we will use a notation called as a scientific notation. So in our chemistry, when we are doing the experiment prakarga, you will get some calculated value. According to theory, what we told in chemistry, from theory, so you will get certain value. So theory prakara ಒಂದು calculated value ಬರ್ತದ, ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ experiment ನಿಂದ ಒಂದು calculated value ಬರ್ತದ. So experimental calculated value and theoretical calculated value, whether they both are matched, how you can write that way in a simple way, how you can write that experimental value in a simple way, means you can write it with the help of a notation called as a scientific notation. What is that? Scientific notation. Very, very, very small value which is in a decimal, for example 0.0002 ಅಂತ ಐತಿ. So to express that small value in a simple way, or to express a very large number in a simple way, we will use a notation called as a scientific notation. In scientific notation, we will represent a numerical value in some method. What is that andre? We will use like this method, scientific notation method, capital N into 10 power n. What is this? N means digit number. Okay, what is that? Capital N stands for digit number. This N stands for exponent. That N stands for exponent. Capital N stands for digit number. It will stand. Okay, so clear that? So let us see certain examples in this scientific notation. Then you can understand that what is that. Okay, here I have given certain example for you. You can able to see that first example. Example 1, 232.508. 232.508 is there. So this one, when you want to write in scientific notation form, then we have written it as 232.508 ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿವಿ? 2.32508 into 10 power 2 we written. So this is capital N, this is small n, that is capital N. N stands for digit term. What is the digit term here? 2.32508 is called a digit form. Okay, digit form capital N into 10. You can able to see here also 10 is there, into power small n. Small n stands for exponent term. What is the exponent term here? 2. So see here how you return this value. See here 232.508. In this value we are moving the decimal value ಏನು ಹಾಕತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ we are shifting it to the left side after 2 numbers. 2, 3 ಆದಮೇಲೆ we are shifting it after 2 numbers. So after shifting the decimal point to left side 2 places, then that can be written as 2.32 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ 2.2508 into 10 power. How many places we have shifted? After 2 numbers we have shifted, that value you have to write as 10 power 2. 10 power 2. So why the value is positive andre, when we shift the decimal point towards the left hand side, when you shift the decimal point towards the left hand side, you have to write the value as a positive. 10 power n value aitala, ee n value positive yavaga agtada andre, when we shifted the decimal point towards the left hand side, you have to write the exponent term in a positive. When we shift the decimal towards the right hand side, that exponent should be, that n should be in a negative value you have to write. So left side positive, right side towards right side. When you shift the decimal, you have to take the sign negative. Okay. See here, one more example I have given for the negative, 0.0016. Otherwise we will simply call it as 0.0016 ante. So here I have written it as 1.6 into 10 power minus 4. Why minus 4 means we have shifted the decimal to the right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 1 we kept the decimal. How many numbers after we kept? 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 numbers we kept the decimal point. That's why 1.6 into 10 power. How many numbers after? 4 numbers after. As we shifted the decimal point towards the right hand side, so you have to take the exponent term in a negative. That's why minus 4 we written. Is it clear for you? So in the first example, decimal point was moved to the left side. That's why 10 power is taken as a positive. In the second example, decimal point has moved towards the right hand side. That's why exponent term is taken as a negative. Okay. And how we got here 2 and 4 andre, after how many numbers we shifted, that number value you have to write as a power. Exponent value you have to write like that. So this scientific notation, when we are representing the calculated experimental value or theoretical calculated value in a scientific notation, when we are applying simple mathematical equations like additions, subtractions, divisions and multiplications, we have to follow certain rules. Which type of rules we will apply? When we are following the simple mathematical calculations like additions and subtractions, multiplications and division, which type of rules we will follow? Let us see here. First one, multiplication and division. When we are applying the term called as a multiplication and a division in our scientific notation, how you can calculate that? Let us see here. First one example I have written for multiplication. You can able to see that 5.6 into 10 power 5 multiplied by 6.9 into 10 8 is there. So there are two terms. The first term is 5.6 into 10 power 5. This first term should be multiplied by the second term. What is that second term? 6.9 into 10 power 8. So when you are applying the multiplication or when you are applying the division and when we want to write it in a scientific notation, see here ma, which term is common is there that you have to take out outside. Okay, common term you have to take out. So 10 power 5 or 10 power 8 is there. In that the base is 10. 10 is common in this, no? That 10 you take outside. Rest other terms you write like that only. Which term is left out here? Here 5.6, here 6.9. So 5.6 into 6.9 multiplied by 10 power 5 into 10 power 8. As bases are equal, so exponents must be added. So 10 power 5 and 10 power 8 is written as 10 power 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 will become 30. And when you multiply 5.6 into 6.9, you will get the value 38.64. So 5.6 into 6.9 now multiply madidre, what value we are getting? 38.64 ane value barakattada. 10 power 5, 10 power 8 ni varak tagond mele. Suppose 10 power 5 into 10 power 8. Bases 10 and 10 equal aidava. As bases are equal, exponents powers ni add ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇದು 10 power 5 plus 8 ಆಗ್ತದ. ಆ 10 power 5 plus 8 directly we have written there. Okay, then you can able to see that will become 38.64 into 10 power 13. Now see, I have shift the point to the left hand. When left hand side now shift ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ power should be positive. So 3.864 into 10 power 13. Already 10 power 13 ಐತಿ. We shifted the point towards the left hand side. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 10 power ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1 add ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So 13 plus 1, totally it will become 14. Is it clear? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ 13 14 ಆಯಿತು? Why the 13 has become 10 power 13 has become 13 power 4? Because we shifted the decimal to the left hand side. When we shift, we have to add the value, positive value ಇರ್ತದ. So 13 ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ what it has become? It has become 14, 10 power 14. So that's about the application of scientific notation in the multiplication. Let us see how you can apply it for the division. So one example you can able to see here. 2.7 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 5.5 into 10 power 4 is. So 2.7 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 5.5 into 10 power 4 is there. So when we are doing the division also, common you take. What is that common term? Power 10 power. Power not equal, only this term is 10. Term you take. Rest term is 2.7 divided by 0.5 into 10 power. Apply the same formula. Bases are equal, exponents must be added. So minus 3 plus minus 4. So apply here minus 3 plus 4 I think. But here the 4 is 10 power aitala. So minus of plus 4 ಆಗ್ತದ. When you take the dividend term to the power side, then what it will become? Okay, denominator, when you take it to the numerator, it will become as a minus. So 10 power minus 3 plus of what it is? Minus 4. Then that can be written as, it can be written as 2.7 divided by 5 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, when you divide 2.7 by 5.5, you will get the value 0.409 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Simple division, that's why I am not showing for you. 2.7 when you divide by 5, what value you will get? 0.4909 ಬರ್ತದೆ. So 10 power minus 3, minus into plus will become minus. Okay, minus of into plus will become minus. Minus 3 minus 4 will become minus 7. So 10 power minus 7. Now what we will do, Andre, we will shift the decimal to the right hand side. When we shift the decimal to the right hand side, it can be written as 4.9. We shifted after one number. So 4.909 into 10 power minus 7 aituma. When we shift it to the right side, decimally when we shift it to the right side, we have to take 10 power as a negative. After one number we shifted, so 10 power minus 1 ಆಗ್ತದ. 10 power minus 7 into 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 7 into 10 power minus 1. That can be written as 10 power, what you can write it as? Minus 7 minus 1, it will become minus 8. Bases are equal, exponents is added. Okay, that's why it is written as 4.909 into 10 power plus 8. So like that, can apply the, what we can apply? The division rule and multiplication rule, and write it in scientific. So scientific notation, in scientific notation, when we are applying the multiplication and division rule, we have to take out the exponent term, common term, and rest other terms you have to multiply or you have to divide. When you are applying the multiplication, multiply it, and when we are doing the option called as a division, you can apply the division and write the value in like this in the scientific notation form. Then when we are applying the scientific notation for the simple operations called as addition and subtraction, for addition and subtraction, when you are applying the simple mathematic formulas of addition and subtraction, and when we want to write in a scientific notation, how we have to do, andre, let us see here. For addition and subtraction, we will see certain examples here. So here one value I have written for you, 2.5 into 10 power minus 2. 2.5 into 10 power minus 2, this is one term, that is subtracted from 4.8 into 10 power minus 3. This is one term, this is another term. 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 is one term, 4.8 into 10 power minus 3 is the another term. These two terms you have to subtract it. When we are applying the addition operation or when we are applying the subtraction operation, you have to remember one thing. What is that one thing? The term which is common is there, not here 10 you can able to see, here also 10 you can. The exponent terms, when you are applying the addition and subtraction, they should be common. So exponent term same irbeku. The exponent term also should be same. Here the exponent term in the multiplication 10 power 5, 10 power 8 aithe. Even though the exponent term is not equal, not same, we applied it directly. But for addition and subtraction, you should not do like that. You should make equal. Exponent term ni equivalent aadmelene, after making it as a same, then only you have to apply the addition operation and subtraction operation. Okay, you can able to see here 2.5 to 10 power minus 2, 4.8 to 10 power minus 3 is there. So 10 power minus 2 here, Then here what we are doing andre, this 10 power minus 3 we are making it as a 10 power minus 2. We are making it is equal to the first term. 2.5 into 10 power minus 2, 4.8 into 10 power minus 3 ಐತಿ. ಈ 10 power minus 3ನಿ 10 power minus 2 ನಾಗ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ನಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪನೆಂಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 10 power minus 2 ಐತಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ನಾಗ 10 power 3 ಐತಿ. ಆ 10 power 3ನಿ 10 power 2 ಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೇ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಹೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೈನಸ್ನಾಗ ಐತೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ -3 ಐತೆ. ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇ ಆ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಅಗೈನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ನೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ 4.8 into 10 power minus 4ನಿ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ನಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಇಟ್ ನೋ. We have to add it. Pause term ಬರ್ತದೆ. So 4.8 we are making it as shift the point 0.48 into 10 power. Here 10 power minus 3 ಐತಿ already. We shifted the point towards the left hand side. That's why it will become 10 power 1. Okay, minus 3 plus 1 that will be equal to what? It is equal to minus 2. So 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 2. In the 10 power minus 2 is a common term. So take it outside, 10 power 2. Then which is left out? 2.5. Apply the symbol. What symbol of is there? Minus 0.48. From 2.5, if you taken out 0.48, subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ you will get the value 2.02 into 10 power minus 2 is the common term. Okay, 10 power minus 2 common term. ಇಲ್ಲಿ common ಐತಿ. That's why you write it only 1. 2 times no need to write it. As we not needed 2, that's why we have made the terms equal. So that's about the application of scientific notation in simple mathematical operations called as a multiplication, division, addition and subtraction. Same trick you have to follow for addition also. I doesn't show the addition example, but subtraction example naga how we have made the exponent term 10 power minus 3 nili enga 10 power minus 2 equalate ಮಾಡಿದವು. ಸೇಮ್ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. Which term we are making as a common, for that common term powers must be also equal. When powers are equal then only we can apply the addition and subtraction. So that's for the application scientific notation, important calculator which we will use in chemistry. Then with this scientific notation method, when we are calculating the values of experiment calculated data and theoretical data calculated value, when we want to write that value in an accurate manner, we will use certain terms called as accuracy and precision. Okay, what is that precision, what is that accuracy, that I will continue in the next class. So tomorrow or in the next uploaded class you are able to see that how we can apply the experimental calculated data and theoretical data calculated value in an accurate way or in a precision manner by using scientific notation and by using simple mathematical operations called as subtractions, additions, multiplications and division. So I am signing for today. Next class we will meet again.